about that because the tanning is very important. We got to have you guys dark because I'm gonna rent 4 big lights, like the stage lights. You know, they tan your ass too, Will, if you ever get on stage. They tan you too. Soul Brother too. It's on live? All right, so, okay. 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 All right. All right, so just. Hi, my name is Candace Fox. I'm the South Texas Director of the IFBB Physiques America League. We are having a posing clinic here at Personal Training Plus. A lot of people know it as PTP. And basically we're going to be going over the guidelines of IFBB Physiques America, the contest that I'm promoting coming up called Clash at the Border, how to do a T model walk, and how to pose correctly for the categories for IFBB Physiques America. We'll also be discussing other types of organizations and federations along with us. So if you can, and if you want to keep on seeing this, go to my Fit Science LLC page, like the page, you'll be live streaming it, and please share because this is important information that you need if you ever want to compete with IFBB Physiques America, or if you want any pointers in how you're already competing with whatever organization you want to go with, because every single one of them is different. So please tune in and we'll go ahead and get started. So IFBB Physiques America, a lot of people, I'm sure you guys haven't heard too much about what's going on unless you're like an NPC buff, you know, and you love IFBB USA. But about 2017, there was a big debacle that happened at the Olympia. And basically, IFBB International and IFBB here split up, you know? So they decided that they were going to make their own amateur league, which that's hence IFBB Physiques America, you know? I'm currently the only one in Texas, which is very exciting, you know? And the good thing is, we'll be able to send somebody that's from down here, possible chance, to represent us in Boca Raton, Florida, to get able to compete, you know, against others for your actual IFBB Elite Pro card. So that's what their pro card is called, you know. they've already gone through several court cases, and IFBB International, they won. So technically there's not supposed to be any more IFBB Pro cards, but we just have to leave that to the courts and the higher ups. I'm just a representative and a promoter. Okay, now my computer came off, so it's okay. After that, we're gonna go Clash at the Border. My show is coming up in June, so you have plenty of time to lean out and get cut and stuff like that. It's gonna be at the Nomad Shrine Center here in FAR, right outside of McAllen on Nolana. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar where that location is at. The facility is big enough where I want to have maybe 2 classes in there at a time, because we do want to respect the CDC guidelines. So there will be masks, you know. Now, if you're on stage and say you won your category and all those things, you can remove your mask and you could take your picture and with your winnings or whatever and stuff like that. Let's see, what else? We are going to be providing an all-expense paid trip to the top male and female overall winners. And that means each category we're going to have an overall, like the first place. All those first place in each one of those categories, all the men are going to go against each other. All the women in each category are going to go against each other. Whoever gets first from that group, each one of those competitors represents us in Florida. And you get the airfare taken care of, you get your hotel taken care of, and your registration taken care of to represent us all the way from Texas over there. So it's going to be very exciting. A lot of other organizations aren't doing anything like this. You know, as far as I know, IFBB Physiques America is the only one I've been involved with that does actual things like this. I've been with many organizations, and believe me, I was never given a all-expense trip to anytime I won anything, you know. I've won money, you know, but I'll be very honest with IFBB Physiques America. I've been treated 10 times better than I have been treated by any other organizations that I've worked for, that I introduced to the RGV and all that stuff. That's why I chose to align myself with IFBB Physiques America. Another thing, the contest itself, it is going to be drug tested, okay? We want to enforce the World Anti-Doping Association guidelines. So if you're not familiar with WADA, that's the short acronym for it, please go on their website. You could put WADA or you could put World Anti-Doping Association. You could download the file where it gives you a whole list of all the things that we're going to be testing for, okay? So it is going to be a drug tested show. It's going to be random drug testing. So if you look too good, they're probably going to pull you to the side. But hey, if you look like that, I've been pulled to the side plenty of times, you know. It's actually pretty flattering. Yes, it is. It's pretty flattering that they think you're over here and nope, homegrown, you know. So any questions about the show?
What potentially classes are you all going to be having, or divisions are you all going to be?
We're going to have all of them, actually. We have them all already on the Fit Squid registration. I will have it on the website very soon. I'm creating all this stuff, you know. So it's going to be on the website soon, but if you already go on Fit Squid, go up to the page, tap in Clash on the Border. It'll give you a list. You should see my name come up there. You click on the registration. The classes right now are very cheap. We're starting them very cheap, but they'll only be cheap until the 29th of this month, and then it's going to go up. The price increases every 3 to 4 weeks. You know, so we're going to have bikini, we're going to have wellness, female physique, what else? Male physique, classic physique. If we get female bodybuilding, great. Male bodybuilding, whoever signs up, we're opening it to everybody. Any other questions about the show? No? No? The tanning? Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. So about the tanning, yes. We will be providing the tanning. I've been tanning clients for about 5 years, you know. Tanning is very important. A lot of people don't know how important tanning is. But, you know, as you can see, with these big old lights and all this stuff like that, we're going to have huge lights on you. And if you're not dark enough, you're going to look flat. And you don't want to look flat. You want to show off all your hard work that you've done. So honestly, the darker you are, the more definition that we're going to see. Another thing about tanning, sometimes people, they'll do it on their own. If you're going to do it on your own, make sure you exfoliate your skin. You can't be wearing any deodorant, perfume, none of that stuff when you get tanned, because you're going to turn yourself green. And that's even a little bit of spray. If you put a little bit of spray and you walk into it, guess what? You turn green. You know, I've seen them with the armpits green. I've seen them down there green. I guess they use the spray down there or something. All in our, yeah, or the whole body. Yeah. So when you tan, no deodorant, no perfumes. You can use baby powder. Baby powder helps, you know, with a little puff. You put it in there, down there. That'll help you a little bit, but everybody's going to be very fresh at the show, so no worries about that, you know. And that unfortunately has to go hand in hand. But once you're done with the show and all that stuff, you can wash the tan off. But you are going to be tanned for about 2 weeks, you know. Then you'll start slowly seeing it peel off, and then you'll get back to your regular color, you know. But we will be providing the tans also. Any other questions? No? Any questions, Ramon, back there about the show or anything like that? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's talk about the model T-Walk. Okay, so there's a big difference between IFBB Physiques America, OCB. I have my pro cards with WNBF, that's the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation. Those organizations, Naturally Fit also, those organizations do a model / T-Walk, you know? NPC shows, they are very, you just walk in, you go to one point, you do your forward poses, turning around, and then you walk off. So this is a model walk, T-walk for the other organizations I was talking about. So basically you gotta imagine the curtains right here, because they're gonna line you guys up, right, when you do your solos. The other person is waiting behind you, even though it's just you doing your solo. So they'll on the microphone, they'll be like, next on stage, Candace Fox, number 23. I already got to be ready, stomach tight, smile ready, and I walk out, and you come to the middle, and from here is your first pose. Now, I'm not going to pose like any of my bodybuilding stuff, or maybe I should. Okay, so first pose, right there, and you hold it 1001, 1002, 1003. Now you got to pivot and turn and go this way, and you walk 1001, 1002, 1003, turn 1001, 1002, 1003, turn. So this is about 2 poses here. Then you go to the middle. Another front pose. So for my category, this is a front pose. And then you completely turn, 180 turn. So you got to know how to pivot. Back pose, at least 3 seconds. But then you got to turn back to the front. And you can either relax pose, front pose, and you walk to the side. Then you go to the last point. One pose. You could do another chest pose if you're in my category. Quick, do another back one, because the back is what wins everything. So you want to show, if you got a good back, you want to show that as much as possible. And then you turn back to the front, and you salute to the judges, and you walk off. The expediter will put you on either side. So you see how you need to know where you're going, and you need to know how many poses are within each category. So that's the model T-walk. I have one of my clients, Paul. Paul, are you ready to demonstrate the T-walk for the male physique? Paul is an OCB pro. We made him a pro last year. I was his posing coach and his peak week conditioning, part of that stuff. So you want to start on this side? So Paul will demonstrate his T-walk for male physique that he got him his pro card for the OCB.
I actually started from the back. But
it's just like there, right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so because the camera is watching you. So right here, start here. And that camera is actually filming you. So that's, yes.
All right, now I'm situated. That's
yes,
okay.
that's the stage. Okay?
That's the stage. Yes.
All right, let's go work it. All right, thank you, Paul. Now you can see, okay, remember he's an OCB pro, so with OCB, they let them do poses like that. Now, when you do the male physique for my show, it's just gonna be the regular beach body poses. So let's do your beach body just without the flexing.
Okay.
All right. So your front pose like that, and then the side pose, you know, so show the front pose, yes. Okay, hold it. And then quarter turn to the right. Good. And then quarter turn to the back. Good. Quarter turn to the right. Awesome. Now finish with the front pose again. And salute the judges. All right. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. All right. So you see how his feet were moving, right? You need to have flair when you're doing these poses. You don't want to look like a robot because they're going to be grading you on all that. You know, you want to come in first place. Well, you got to bring the first place body and the first place posing. Okay. So let's go ahead and line you guys up. I'll get my mask on. And we'll first work with you guys on your pivots. So go ahead and come up here. You too, Ramon. Because we got to work on some pivots. Come on, come on, come on. One person here. Actually, let's run you guys through what the model walk feels like. So let's go to the side here first. All right. You get to go first. All right, so bikini or wellness? Okay. Wellness, you're going to come this way so you can follow me. And wellness pose is either like this, and they hold it, side pose, or they hold it like this. Now when they turn to the front pose is up like this, and then they flex their quads, and then they turn that way. So you go this way, so come here in the middle, here, here, here. So that's where you want to learn how to pivot. And then you're going to go here, and since you're already facing this way, right, you just do another side pose. Very simple, you know? You don't have to be like, oh shit, let me go to the front. You're already fitting this way, because you got to remember you got to go this way, right? So if you're facing this way, then it would just be, let's do the back pose. So turn to the back. Now when you do the back pose, you want to flex, you want to make sure you stick the butt out, okay? And the reason why they stick the butt out is because they don't want to see the line here, and they want to see your hamstrings flexed, right? And then with this one, you're going to flare the lats. So if you don't know how to flare your lats for bikini, you need to learn how to flare them. So right here, you hold it. And then when you turn, because remember, you got to go that way, right? You turn, side pose. And then that's when you come back to the middle. Front pose. Okay, then you pivot all the way back to the back again. Back pose. Pivot all the way to the front. Front pose. All right, and then you got to come to the end, over here. You're already to the side, right? There you go, side pose. You could do a back pose again real quick, right? Flare the lats, come back, salute the judges, and that's when you walk off. Bikini, wellness tubes. All right, have you been looking at the poses?
Watched just now, yeah.
Yeah, you just watched right now. Okay, so come on with me. So you come here to the middle point. So, you know, because it's the easiest way. You're already here to the side. So then, bam, there's the wellness pose like that. And when you do the side pose, the whole goal is to make your ribs face that way, because that'll make the waist look smaller. And you completely turn the chest where they can see this chest muscle and your lat. But you got to go this way, right? So you pivot, walk. You're already facing this way, side pose. Now, the reason why sometimes we put the hands in the front like this is because your obliques are not showing. But if your obliques are showing, you want to show all that cuts and all that stuff, you know? So that we put their hands there for a reason, because we're trying to hide something, you know? All right, so then you have to pivot again this way. And then you walk to the front. Now your front pose, you got to flare the lats. Okay, and that might take a little bit of practice. You got this side. You have this one, so you need to practice on this one. So when you flare the lats, and then you squeeze those legs, turn them out. You don't want to lock the knees. They're slightly bent, because otherwise you won't be able to flex the muscle much. So that's the front pose, and then you got to do a complete 180. And then it's flaring the lats for the back pose. You want to feel that pull. Move the hair, because they want to see the hair. And you could hold it like that, flaring, or you could do the one hand. So either way you want to do it. We just want to make sure you're flaring the lats and keep the hands there to press up against it. You hold it. All right, feet together. 180 again. Front, right? Now you got to go this way, so you got to pivot. You're facing the side, right there. You could do another front one if you want. And then you know you got to walk off this way, so you got to pivot. There you go. And then you salute, and you walk off. All right, so let's do the male physique. You ready? All right. Male physique. All right, so you want to make sure, like I told her, when we do all our side poses, right, you want to put your waist straight that way and turn the chest forward where you feel this, your muscle here, and they can see your lat, okay? And then you got to pose those legs from the ground up, yes. And keep them slightly bent, and you want to feel that, yes, exactly. So right here, 1001, 1002, 1003, you relax, pivot, walk, and then you could do your male physique side pose. You know? Separate the feet.
Separate?
Yes, yours would be better with a separate feet in the back.
You look better when your feet more spaced out.
Yeah, because your legs aren't very big. Yeah, your legs aren't very big, so you don't want your feet together. You want to bring them more out, you know, and then don't lock the knees, because if you lock the knees, you're not showing all the muscularity. If you keep them slightly bent, you just squeeze the muscle and then you see it. And so side, right? Now you relax, turn, because you got to go this way. It's another side pose. So do your side pose. Remember, the waist points forward. So waist points completely that way. And then bring that leg all the way back, staggered. Yes. Hold that. Relax the hands. You're only squeezing this part. Okay? Relax the hands, no crab hands. And when you practice more, you'll be able to relax that more. Okay, so you hold it there. Now you relax, you come in the middle, and then your front pose is just like that too. You flare the lats. Flare them. So you see how this one's a little bit lower than that one. So this is where you're going to have to practice, and you're going to have to feel that scapula go in, okay? And that's where you just kind of have to keep on practicing to correct that, because you need both of them to come out even.
These, right?
Yes, we want the lats flared. Yes. All right, so when you do your front pose like that, you're going to hold it, but then you got to do a complete 180. And it's the same thing through the back. Yeah. Arch in the back, stick it out. And see, you have to remember that the judges are on the bottom, so you kind of have to arch your back like this. Yeah. Yes. And don't scrunch this. Open it wide. And it takes a little time to get used to, okay? You might want to practice up against the wall to make your back as wide as possible. So when you go like this, you don't go like this. We don't want this. You just want it wide, and you go up like that. So you see, mine doesn't squeeze at all. But it just takes practice, because you don't see your back, you know, so you just keep on practicing. So once you go back here, then it's again 180, right? Your front pose. 1001, 1002, 1003. You're going to relax. Walk here. Your side pose. 1001. You want to make sure you turn that waist, because you want your waist to seem really tiny. You got to think of the X. So when you're in the front, it's an X. When you're on the side, X. Same thing with the back. So you have your side pose. You could do another back pose if you want, right? And then you turn back to the front side, and you thank the judges, and you walk off. All right, so now we're going to drill you guys. That was just a little rundown, okay? So let's stand in the front. You can separate yourselves. Come on. Come on. We'll have you in the middle, and we'll have one girl over here. Okay. All right, so you guys, front pose. Do your front pose.
All right, forgot it.
Flare the lats. Squeeze from the ground up. Good. And you're going to hold it. Let me get my timer ready, so I'm not holding you guys too long. Now, when you're doing your comparison rounds, this is what you're going to be doing, and you got to learn how to relax the face. Relax face. All this is tight. Stomach in. Learn how to breathe up here. And smile underneath your mask. We know we don't see it.
Obviously, that would be fire.
Huh?
Have our mask on, obviously.
Yeah, in comparisons, yes. All right, flare those lats, stick out those lats. Go. Yeah, just relax fingers. You don't want to. There you go. And then flare that lat. There you go. Yeah, we want to see, think of the X. So right here, X, X, right? Here, X, X. So that's why we want your legs wider, because if they're together, it makes you look small, you know? You don't want to look small, you want to look wide, you know? With your practicing, we'll fix your lats. Squeeze those quads, squeeze. All right, relax. All right, and then you're going to hear them. Quarter turn to the right. So there's different ways you could do it. You can step and then turn and go right into your side pose. So this could be wellness, right? Wellness can be like this too. Male physique can be like this too. All right. Turn it to the side. Pivot. Yeah, put your hand here. Separate those legs a little. Yes. Turn that foot forward, because you want to show, with that foot forward, it'll show the sweep of your quad. Turning this foot to there. All right, let's turn those foot out. Turn it out. There we go. Squeeze, waist forward, right here, and then turn. Hold it. We're going to go for a minute. Smile underneath that mask. You're so happy to be there. Keep on holding. They're going to keep on holding you guys here. They're going to be looking at everybody. Once they see everybody, then they're going to ask you to turn. So that's why I'm making you guys hold this, because sometimes you're on stage 5 minutes holding the first pose, and then it's another 5 minutes, the next pose, all flexing and all that stuff, and next thing you know, you feel yourself burning up. All that lactic acid starts kicking in, and you got to learn how to relax and cool the mind to control that lactic acid buildup. We got 15 seconds. Yes, cool. All right, relax. Now, when you relax, it doesn't mean you go like this. You just relax, and then they're like quarter turn to the back. So you pivot. Now, wellness is obviously with the legs wide, so is male physique. So male physique, each one of them, you gotta feel that pull back there and make your back wide and show it. So female physique is either like that, male physique is like that. Okay? All right. Turn it up, open up the scapulas, this. Make sure you always move the ponytail and just look up. A little wider and look up. You want to feel that pull back there. So, okay, you want to keep that wide. You feel that pull there? And look up. Remember, the judges are on the bottom, okay? So, the judges, you got to see everything.
Only slide the hands out.
Hold it.
Lean back a little bit, push your butt forward, There you go.
Hold it.
And then just let it move. That's
Yes,
good.
and hold it.
Good. Now you're looking wide.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. If you feel the lats coming out, you can squeeze them and keep them there. Got 30 seconds. Yeah, this is just barely the first turn. They'll have them go, turning like at least 5, maybe 10 times, and then like a minute or more each. So that's why I'm drilling them through this whole, what it feels like, so they know how much they need to practice. You burning? You feeling that lactic acid?
Like 2 poses ago, bro.
Relax. So you just relax the arms, and you quarter turn, you pivot, feet together. Now you should be facing this way. Okay? So male physique can be like this, like this, like this. Female physique is like this, or it could be like this. Okay? So whenever you do your side pose, the whole goal is to make that waist look tiny, but you want to show the chest muscle here and the lat, okay? So always you want to feel that pull right here, and you want to feel your chest right here nice and tight, and flare that lat. And it's the same thing for male physique. Male physique is the same thing. You know, it's just a different style of the posing. So keep that stomach tight. No breathing here. Try to breathe here. No breathing here. Try to breathe here. Bend the knees a little. There you go. This foot a little more forward because we want to show the nice leg. Turn that foot a little bit forward. There you go. We want to see you got some big legs, so we want to see that. Okay? All right. We're going to hold it more. Hello. Smile. Y'all are probably going to feel like you worked out. Yes? Yeah. Yeah. Like they'll hate me during the training, but when I pose them, they're like, oh, that's even worse. Because you're squeezing everything. You know? We're almost there. Relax. Now back to your front pose. So wellness is like this. Male physique is like this. Flare those lats. Bring those lats out there. There you go. All right. Hold it. How you feeling? Keep on squeezing. Smile underneath that mask too, because at regular shows, you got to be smiling, and you got to learn how to relax that face. You don't want to look like, like the way you're squeezing your body, you know, like a statue. Like that's how you want to look, like a Greek statue. We got 10 more seconds. All right, stop, relax. How do you feel? Yeah. Okay, so that's where you see it's important that you got to do your endurance rounds, okay? You got to like hold those poses at least a minute, relax, turn, and then you got to hold the other one a minute. And at first, you're not going to be used to it, but you gradually get better, or you could get posing classes. I give posing classes. Mace gives posing classes, but we need you to be on stage like a Greek statue, because otherwise if you don't practice the endurance part and they keep on whirling you guys, next thing you know you're going to start doing like this, and when this starts happening you start seeing them, they like trying to pose but they can't, and then they start having muscle cramps, and you can't get it back after that muscle cramp kicks in. So you need to do it for your endurance, you know. After a workout is a good time because your muscles already warmed up and all that stuff. Even while you're doing your training, you know, while you're taking breaks in between what you're set, you do a pose and hold it, and do it at the commercial gyms, you know, because you're going to be having people looking at you. So you need to be comfortable with that, you know, and not looking at them, because the judges honestly are not going to be smiling at you. They're just going to be looking at you. So you're probably going to be like, oh, I don't think they liked me, man. Well, they're not supposed to show their cards to you. you know? So don't worry about what they look like. Worry about what your posing feels like and all the other stuff. Keep on smiling, do your flare, you know, all those things. So we did the posing, so let's work on pivots. That's very important, okay? So the pivot that I did is just like how it sounds. It's step out and turn. So the first one, yeah, this one's a step out and turn. So there's this one. So you step out, maybe just shoulder width. And when you pivot, the feet together comes. And then you step out, slightly shoulder width, turn, and your feet together comes. Okay, step out to the right, turn, feet together. Step out to the right, turn, and feet together. Let's do it again. Step out to the right, turn, and feet together. Step out to the right, turn, and feet together. Step out to the right, turn and bring your feet together. Step out to the right, and turn and bring them together. Let's do left. Step out to the left, turn and bring the feet together. Step out to the left, turn and bring those feet together. Again, out left, turn and bring the feet together. Step out left, turn and bring your feet together. One more time. Out, together. Out, together. Out, together. One more. Out, together. Now there's a different one where you step forward. Now this one's more complicated, so you got to know which way you're going because it takes your left foot to turn right, okay? So you step forward, turn, and then you bring your feet together. Step forward, turn, bring your feet together. Step forward, and then you turn, and then that's when you bring your feet together. Step forward, turn, feet together. Now with the right leg, that will make you turn left. Step forward, pivot and turn, feet together. Step forward, feet together. Step forward, feet together. Step forward, feet together. Now that was the more popular one you'll see in NPC. There's another one, the military pivot, where you bring your foot back and you turn. Bring your foot back and turn. Bring your foot back and turn. Bring the foot back, turn. And then we can do the left and turn. Bring the foot back, turn. Bring the foot back and turn. Bring the foot back and turn. And if you learn all these pivots, then that's how you see how Paul, he's all like his feet doing all this stuff, like he's dancing and shit, because he knows all his pivots. So when you can bring flair like that on the stage, man, they're like, okay, we're model walk. They grade you on the model walk. They grade you on your body. They grade you on your posing, and they grade you on your tanning. You need to have it all, you know? So those pivots, you got to get them down. Once you get those pivots down, because they'll teach you also which way you're going, you know? If you know you're doing these poses, like the way we come out here, I'll demonstrate. So right here, pose, pivot. Pose, pivot. Pose, pivot. Here's the 180 one, because it's all pivoting. And then if you know you can go that way, you can't turn that way, here you go. You pose to the back to the front. So it's all pivoting. It's all how you're sliding your feet.
Really make it look a lot smoother too, because the folks who go up there, even that they know they're mandatories, if they don't have their pivots down, they end up looking like
robots.
Because they don't know how to make it look smooth. So it's
they don't know how to make it, and because they probably were never taught pivots, you know. So you got to get those different pivots down. See, what else do we talk about? Any questions from you guys?
Just a quick thing on the pivoting also, that I was like checking people's feet. So it's right now it's gonna make a big difference, but the more you practice, when you're pivoting, more on the balls of your feet, like don't be flat-footed, because then it's gonna make you kind of feel stuck to the floor. So.
But do take advantage of this feeling on a carpet, because you never know what the stage is going to be like. The stage, like mine, is going to be carpeted.
Okay. There you
Yes.
The stage will be carpeted.
I think it, yeah.
Because, I know that was a huge issue. Like, well, granted, patches are completely different, but like,
Yeah.
girls couldn't monologue in their heels because of the carpet. Like,
And that's where basically you're on your tippy toes in your heels.
Right.
Because that's what I would do at the shows that I would show up, and they were all like, oh shit. So I knew I had to be right on my tippy toes on my heels, and then I do the same
right.
things. And luckily I never had any snags or anything like that.
At the bottom of the heels on the toe part, can you put those like the slim
You could take them. Yeah, you could take them to a shoe guy, and they could put the actual thing on it, which is better. It works better than that stuff you buy at Walmart. That shit, it only covers like a small little piece of it, and those outer edges, if you slip, you'll be like, "Ugh." I've even seen stages, horrible stages, and this was with Muscle Mania. It looked like squares, and each square was like indented in. So I felt like I was walking like on a, I don't know how, the Rubik's Cube? Like a Rubik, so I had to make sure I did my model walk like perfect, and it was like stepping in squares, you know, that if it was just flat squares, but it was like indented, you know, so there's carpet stages, there's wood stage, so you never know what stage is. So when you practice your pivots and posing, by all means, if you get a carpet floor, practice on the carpet floor. Practice in your shoe, like male physique is barefooted, so practice barefooted so you get used to it. In your heels, practice on it. You also get the same effect in your tennis shoes. So practice in your tennis shoes about it too.
Because I know on the rules and regulations,
yeah.
No more than an inch on the sole.
Yes. This is what they want. I brought mine.
Yeah, mine are still shipping, and my pageant shoes do not qualify in any way, shape, or form. Oh, okay. Then
very simple. They don't have to be those crazy platform heels.
Like 2-inch platform,
so this is, and then they also have it with a strap, so you don't have to get them like this. You could, if you feel like you need a strap, they have the strap ones, but just 1-inch platform. If you want a 5-inch heel, you can get the 5-inch heel. This is a 4. So this is what the shoes look like. Do you guys have an idea what the suits look like?
Yes, I've been looking.
Okay. Yeah, the ones for IFBB, the bra's a little more fuller. But T. Selena, she has those things. Oops, I'm messing up my mic. She, do you have it? I'm all, what is this thing?
Just one more like what are you doing right now, because people just connected. And,
okay.
Sharing.
Some more people connected?
A few people, just for later now real quick at the camera.
Oh, okay, yes.
What are you doing?
If you guys just tuned in right now, we're having our posing clinic at Personal Training Plus, PTP. We've been brutalizing them with their posing and stuff like that and their pivots and stuff. You guys can wave at the camera and say hi. Next time we're going to be having another posing class like this in Brownsville at Alpha Fitness Gymnasium. So if you can attend that one or tune in, if you like my page, you'll get the notification that we are going to be starting our stuff over there. It's going to be Saturday, March 20th at the same time from 1 to 4. Okay? So, huh? Yes, my crew, Midi Boys, my squad. All right, so we have a new person here. Were you interested in competing, or like what kind of category did you want to do? Maybe you had some questions. Male physique also? Men's physique? Oh, okay, cool. So did you get in a good time to?
He knows he's pretty good with his mandatories, but he hasn't seen the T-walk before.
Okay, so we'll go over the T-walk again. All right, so we can practice that again. So you guys go on the side. You could go behind. Roman likes to be last. He makes the girls go first. You could be after Roman. You know what? Why don't you come over here and so you can see what I do, because they already know. And then you can see what I do. Let's see. Do we have any things to mark? Let's see.
So you might even do put like a little carabiner as a little marker, or those on the floor.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do, like trying to visualize the points of the T, so to speak.
All right. So put that one there. Okay. All right. So, okay, you see me? All right, move out of my waist. Get out of my way, mace that. All right, so we're gonna start like this. They're gonna say, I'm gonna use my name. Next on stage, Candace Fox, all the way from McAllen, Texas, number 23. So I come out, and I'll do my posing for female physique, 1001, 1002, 1003, relax, pivot. 1001, 1002, 1003, pivot, 1001, 1002, 1003, relax, pivot. This one is front, back, front. So you hold it here, relax, 180 turn, 1001, 1002, 1003, 180 turn. You got to finish off with a front pose. 1001, 1002, 1003, relax, pivot. 1001, 1002, 1003. Get another front chest pose. 1002, 1003. I could do my abs. 1001, 1002, 1003. Salute the judges, and you walk off. All right, so that's for my category. You remember the posing for wellness that we went through? Let me do the wellness again. Yes. All right, so I will be on side. Are you ready? Next on stage, Lauren, all the way from Laredo? Edinburgh? All the way from Edinburgh, Texas. And so you walk out. You start with your legs, you stick out that butt. Make sure to see how my waist is pointing directly to the mirror, so this side of the waist. All the way, there you go. And come over here. Hold it, 1001, 1002, 1003. So now you gotta go that way, right? Pivot, walk. So you're already facing this way, right? So just be another side pose. Very simple. 1001, 1002, 1003. So we got to go this way, right? So that's where you pivot to the front, do your front pose. Or if you pivot all the way, you could do another side pose because you're going that way, right? So then you walk. This one right here is front, back, front. So flare those lats, squeeze those legs, turn your feet out. When you turn your feet out, it shows the sweep of the quad, okay? It's like that, 1001, 1002, 1003. You want to look dainty, relax, 180 turn. Now, you feet underneath the shoulders. You want to stick out that butt because they don't want to see the lines, okay? They want to see your hamstrings and your glutes. So that's why you stick the butt out. You want to flare the lats either like this, right there, yes. Now flare your lats, hold it. You want to feel that pull there. 1001, 1002, 1003. Now you got to remember, you're going this way, right? So you got to do a 180 that brings you facing that way, because that's where you want to go. There you go, side pose. And then you walk. You could do another side pose again. Finish off with a front pose. Bring feet together, thank the judges, then you walk off. So happy. All right, next. Good. 1001, 1002, 1003. Good. Good. 1001, 1002, 1003. Now you need to go here. Good. So, no, that's fine. Front, back, front here. So this one's a front pose, a back pose, and then back to front. And hold it for 3 seconds. So count it in your head. Okay, relax. And then the 180 turn to the back. Good. Move the ponytail because you want them to see your muscles. 3 seconds. Then you got to do a 180 all the way to the front. Good. Finish the front pose. You got it. It's front, back, front. Good. Then you relax and you turn this way. Side pose. Good. Now, whatever you want to do, you could do another back one or you could do a front pose. Whatever you want to do is just you want to turn back and salute them once you're done. Okay? Good. And thank you. And you walk off. All right, great. All right, Roman, you know what to do now, right? Can't tell by the way I move. I walk a woman's man. No time to talk. All right, Roman, all the way from, where are you from, Roman? McAllen, Texas. All right, 1001, 1002, 1003. Don't relax the stomach like that. You don't want to be like, oh, you got to always keep it tight. Here you go. Show that lat. 1001, 1002, 1003. Do a front pose or another side. Either one you want to do. 1001, 1002, 1003. When you come in the middle, it's front pose. You turn to the back, and then you turn back to the front. So hold it for 3 seconds in your head. 1001, 1002, 1003. Complete 180. Remember that turn I showed you? Good. You want to feel that pull? Good. The judges are on the floor. Pick up this one lat. This one's there, right there, right there. Hold it. You got it right there. Perfect. Perfect. So come over here so you can see his back. This is exactly what we want to see. See this Y right here? That's exactly what we want to see. You want to see his scapula's in like that. You want to see that Y in the center. All right, turn to the front. 180 turn. Good. Front pose. Hold it. 1001, 1002, 1003. Pivot. To the side, do your side pose. 1001, 1002, 1003. You could do one more other pose, whichever. You could do either front or you can completely turn to the back, whichever one you want to do. 1001, 1002, 1003, and then you thank the judges and you walk off. All right. Your name? Juan. Any favorite numbers? 27. Where are you from? All right, next on stage is Juan, all the way from McAllen, Texas, number 27. Let's go. All right. Good, nice stance. You hold it about 3 seconds, and then you come over here. So you come here, and you do 2 poses here. You just want to make sure you know where you're going, okay? 1001, 1002, 1003, another pose. 1001, 1002, 1003, and then you got to pivot because you got to come here in the middle. And this one you're doing a front pose, then you're turning to the back, a back pose, and then you're doing another front pose, okay? So this one's front, back, front. Okay, good. 1001, 1002, 1003, 180 turn. Good, back pose. 1001, 1002, 1003, back to the front. 1001, 1002, 1003, relax the arms and pivot because you're going this way. And then it's either side, you could do a side, you could do a back, side, or you could do a side, front, side when you salute. You could do a back. You just got to make sure, like, because when you come here, you already fit this direction, so you could do a side, back, right? And then you're already back to the side, so then that's when you can salute the judges. Okay. All right. Next pose. You're going that way. So finish off with a side or a front. 1001, 1002, 1003. Thank the judges. And you walk off. All right. Okay, so any other questions? What time do we have? Oh, it's barely 2:36. But I think it's good. Yeah, we pretty much covered it. Anybody got any more questions? Are you planning on doing my show? He's like, no. Yeah, of course. I'm just messing with you. Huh?
I feel like I had a lot of questions, but I also feel like you answered the majority of them.
Okay, good. So you think you're good? Yeah, if you have anything else, any more questions, just email me later. If you want to take some classes with me, it's $30 for the hour, or I do 4 for 100. And we go through all this in detail. And I drill you at least 30 minutes of the endurance where you're just dying, like, but that's how I make them look like statues on stage, you know. Nice, it looks great. Woohoo, that looks cool. So you want me to tell them to share it again? Well, I think we're pretty much done. Yeah, everybody doesn't have any more questions or anything.
I have one more question. So, which organizations do the T-Walk again? Because I know obviously IFBB Physiques America does.
Yes.
I think GBO sometimes does it for wellness.
Yeah.
I don't know which other ones.
It's Naturally Fit, NFF, PNBA or INBA, they're the same. WNBF, which the minor league is INBF. IFBB Physiques America does it. NGA does it also. I think IPL, and I believe Muscle Mania, but I'm not too sure. I haven't been with Muscle Mania in a very long time, so I don't know if they still do it.
And NFF, they actually have a show in San Antonio, right? Like,
Alamo Showdown.
okay, right. So
Yes.
Just so they all know, like, you know, different shows in Texas that will
Yeah,
be using this posing.
There's many different federations that you can compete with. The only thing with Naturally Fit is if you're going to compete with Naturally Fit, you have to pass a lie detector test. They want to make sure you're legit, natural, you know. And it's not hard. I mean, if you know you're not, you know, it's not. I mean, you just got to relax, and they're pretty cool. And I've passed it for 9 years, so. You know, that's why I crack up when I hear these border patrols. Oh man, passing the lie detector is so hard. I'm like, why? Because you're a liar? Because it's easy for me. You know, I've never had any issues. All right. So, any other questions? No. Did y'all feel like you learned some stuff? Yes. Good. That's the whole point of it.
Real quick, just say bye to camera and just Carrie and any questions on the Facebook.
Okay.
And we'll see you next day.
Okay, cool. Yes. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to have another posing clinic in Brownsville at Alpha Fitness Gymnasium, March 20th, 1 to 4. So if you weren't able to make this one, we are going to be in Brownsville for the other one. And then from there, we're going to go to other places. We have gotten Alamo Fitness Gym is very interested in having us host a posing clinic at their gym. What's Cynthia's place? Vibes Up is interested in having, so we'll be back in the McAllen area in April, so we'll have some posing classes there. If you and your gym wants to host a posing clinic, just contact me. We do this for free, you know, so it's no cost to the owner. All they do is just allow us to use their facility or their cardio room. We bring the camera crew and all that other stuff, and they get free advertising from it, you know, helping us out with the posing classes. And they learn a lot of things if they're interested in competing in any different federation or in my federation. Oh yeah, IFBB Physiques America, the membership card, you also got to purchase that in order to compete. The card is $130. If you're wanting to register in my show already, if you go to fitsquid.com and type in Clash at the Border, it will come up. That's where you can register. It will be up soon by this weekend on the actual website. So we'll have the link on there as well. So thank you once again. Thank you guys coming in. You know, this was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see the one in Brownsville. It's going to be cool.